That looks fine. Okay, good. Looks like we've got... We're about to hit the edge of where I've actually played. We'll be blind playing episode 5.
To the pirate-afflicting pox of Ch4, the fates of Guybrush Threepwood and Morgan Le Fay are blown off course when they are swallowed by a lovelorn Leviathan. Much to Morgan and Guybrush's surprise, an uneasy alliance to escape the beast blossoms into a genuine friendship between the pirate and pirate hunter. A tidal shift that leads Threepwood to the elusive Pox curing Esponja Grande. But Guybrush learns too late that it is the wise pirate who prepares for the inevitable change in the winds as Morgan betrays him and returns him to the scientific clutches of the Marquis de Sange.
I don't think they are, and it's really sad. I would too, Talarn. If you haven't looked into the Deck of Legends Kickstarter, you might, because they're pretty cool too.
Just as we agreed.
It had better be, or I'll cut the difference out of your fluffy wig.
I got an idea. Why don't you let me go and I'll pay you double what the Marquis is paying.
Don't embarrass yourself, Threepwood.
I'll auction off my entire collection of autographed sextants.
Threepwood, you grossly underestimate the value of that which gushes through your body.
Well, I've got a pretty good idea. Why, my spit alone once won me 8,000 pieces of 8 on Booty Island.
Then you should die knowing that you gave a priceless gift to science! Finally! I've got this Threepwood, I've got the formula, and soon I'll have nothing left than life eternal! Oh, I'm as happy as a penguin sliding on its belly! What is this?
Ah, it's a welcome back party. I hope they brought ice cream cake.
Man, I want ice cream cake.
Threepwood. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Hey, why can't I stop my legs?
What? No! No, come back!
This cracker croaker's got a date in the court of pirate law. You test tube tinker and Talleyrand.
What?
And then the scurvy dog will hang.
Guybrush isn't immortal, but he has died once already. You know, voodoo and all that.
After him!
Hey, I brought you Threepwood, and you paid me. We're done here.
We'll just see about that.
Remember when everybody was worried that he'd get his comeuppance for things? Here you go.
Captain Threepwood, having been found guilty of all charges, you'll be taken to the nearest ship and keel hard until your ravaged skin hangs in tatters from your bleed.
Guilty? But I haven't been charged with anything yet.
You haven't? Where's that incompetent prosecutor?
Right here, Your Honor.
Oh, great.
Watch his coat.
Sorry I'm late, Your Eminence, but old Stan had to in flagrante
They even did this
his
properly.
delicto, and there was a line in the washroom.
Belay your excuses, you sniveling sea weasel, and get on with the charges. I've got grog waiting for me at Club 41.
Of course, Your Immensity. Your Honor, pirates and wenches of the gallery.
Hey, that's us.
This evening I will prove beyond a scintilla of a shadow of a doubt that Guybrush Threepwood is guilty of no fewer than 4 heinous crimes.
I thought there'd be 3.
Firstly, that he did knowingly engage in a bar fight that horribly injured the beloved feline of local pirate elder, Hemlock McGee.
And it's still good for him.
Secondly, during this self-same fight, Captain Threepwood spilled boiling nacho sauce on the exposed leg of Bosun Catherine Krebs, hideously scarring one of Flotsam's shapeliest gams. Get him alive! Thirdly, that he did conspire with one Joaquin de Oro to craft and sell counterfeit porcelain power pirates.
All about spreading the box.
And finally, that he folded, spindled, and mutilated this previously pristine ex belonging to Flotsam's newest arrival, Killick Hardtack.
What the heck?
Yeah, he did that to me.
Captain Threepwood, having heard the grave charges arrayed against you, how do you plead?
I plead 1000% not guilty. Especially that last one about the ex.
Very well. Let it be recorded that the miserably guilty defendant has entered a plea of not guilty. Now, who would you like to represent your pathetic case?
I guess I'll represent myself.
Captain Threepwood, are you aware of the old pirate court saying, the pirate who represents himself in court has a soon-to-be
Well, that's good, Miss Schwartz.
fool for a client?
Yes, Your Honor, and I am that fool.
Fine. Your move, Counselor.
Here's your briefs, kid.
If it pleases the court, I'd like to call Bailiff Hardtack to the stand.
Bailiff Hardtack! Oh, that's me. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate? I suppose.
Bailiff Hardtack, could you tell the court about your claim against Guybrush Threepwood?
Well, back on Spinner Cay, I was getting ready to bury me modest chest of treasures, you see. My collection of spaghetti strainers, my silver paprika shaker, and so on. When all of a sudden, this Threepwood bloke runs up to me, waving his arms and telling me to look out for a 3-headed monkey that's right behind me. Well, naturally, I turned and looked, but there was nothing there.
In my own
Trying to
defense,
gain
it was
my
that there were exposed
composure,
breasts.
Threepwood was nowhere to be found. And worst of all,
Yes?
he dug up my perfectly good ex. It's ruined now.
Oh, come on.
He's all yours, buddy.
This whole story about your ex is a big fat lie, isn't it?
No, sir.
Come on, you're lying. Admit it.
No, sir.
Come on.
Oh, you got me, sir.
But why?
Well, I didn't have anything else to do after you killed me boss and left me without a job. Oh, I could have charged you with that instead. Oh.
Your Honor, I move for a mistrial.
Granted! Bailiff Hardtack, as punishment for wasting this court's time, you will be compelled to wear Lizzing's wig of foppery until such time as I am no longer tempted to gavel you into a fine paste!
Ooh, it's delightful.
I'd like to call Bosun Catherine Krebs to the stand.
Catherine Krebs! Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
Aye.
Bosun Krebs, could you tell the court what happened on that fateful day?
Aye. I was minding my own business at Club 41 with a mug full of grog and some zesty nachos, when all of a sudden that blindfolded Jasper barreled into me, knocked me nacho sauce into me lap, and gave me this disfiguring scar.
Machi machi!
Aye, that takes me back.
Ooh.
Bailiff, supply the prosecutor and the defendant with sketches of the burns for their briefs.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Lots of luck, kid.
Icky. Hard to believe that nacho sauce could do that.
Now here's some adventure game logic.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
I had to look this up because I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do.
Well, at least I'm not about to be dissected by a crazy scientist. Now to break out of here, find a lane and use La Esponja Grande to... Hey, what happened to my cool voodoo sponge?
All possessions will be returned to the prisoner once he has been cleared of all charges. In the likely event that the prisoner is not cleared of all charges, his property will be distributed to his heirs.
But I don't have any heirs. That I know of.
Then they'll be auctioned off at eBay.
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
I want to see my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yeah, you might have heard of him. Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Fine.
They're gonna bring up eBay a bunch of times.
All right, Counselor. Judge Grindstump says you got 5 minutes.
That should be more than enough for this piece of scum. Hope you had a good excuse for dragging me out of bed at this ungodly hour. Got a plan to break out of this joint, but I need your help to smuggle in a wombat and 2 sticks of string cheese. You want me, an officer of the court, to aid in a jailbreak. Why, the mere idea is so preposterous that it's practically postposterous. Why, you... Guard! I'm quite done with my client. I'll get you, Threepwood, if it's the last thing I do.
Sorry about that, Mr. Threepwood. I know those prisoners can be a rowdy lot.
Think nothing of it, Mr. Hardtack. Now, where can I find a good grog?
Club 41's right over there, sir.
That's how you get out of jail for each of the cases. Just remind them that you're your own lawyer, and they will just let you walk away.
Lou?
You!
Toro? What happened to your eye?
I tell you what happened to my eye, smarty guy. When I dug up that phony Dark Ninja Dave you planted...
Allegedly planted?
Allegedly planted, I got a speck of dirt lodged in my eye. A week later it got infected, and Dr. Descent had to cut it out.
Yeah, I just bet he did.
Now I need a glass eye.
Why do you want a glass eye? An eye patch is much more piratey.
Eye patches are so last month. All the cool pirates are getting scary glass eyes these days.
Hooks are still cool, right?
Grr. I guess, but you really can't beat a glass eye.
You know, I can't help but notice that you don't seem to be afflicted by the pox of LeChuck.
Oh, don't remind me. All the other pirates have gotten the pox, so why not me?
You thought about the possibility that you might not actually be a pirate?
I am too a pirate.
Okay, you are a pirate. I'm sure the pox will be coming for you any
Yep.
day now.
If you're not actually a pirate, you can't get the pox.
Associating with hardened criminals like you can't be good for my legal situation. I'm out of here.
Adios.
And he's just a wannabe.
Stan?
Guybrush Threepwood. Nice to see you out and about, kid. Hope they haven't been treating you too badly in the Hooskow.
Well, there is a pretty scary-looking rat in my cell. At least I hope it's a rat.
Well, that's just swell, kid. Look, could you get out of the way and make room for some paying customers?
It's also why Stan isn't affected.
What are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be prepping for trial?
Hey, no offense, kid, but the day old Stan can't beat you in open court with one wildly flapping arm tied behind his back is the day I haul my corpus juris back to Jambalaya Island for the full restitutio and integrum. Know what I mean?
Not really.
Exactly.
So if you're not preparing for trial, what are you doing out here?
Following Stan's rule number 1, ABM.
ABM?
Always be merchandising.
I think if his arms in
Following the
3D
trials
moved
of
as
famous
much as they
pirates,
did in 2D,
even
it would be too
B-list pirates
distracting.
like yourself.
I think that they've got a proper amount of
That's why old
arm
Stan
movement.
got all the souvenirs and timeless keepsakes you'll ever need to remind you of this month's Trial of the Century.
Because it would just be constant and distracting.
I know I'll kick myself for asking, but what sorts of trial souvenirs are you selling?
The question you should be asking is what kind of souvenirs am I not selling? Behold, the People vs. Threepwood collection.
What's that?
That, my piratey friend, is a little novelty I like to call Draw the Beard on the Guybrush. Using the power of magnetism and iron shavings, you can give Flotsam's most notorious criminal
I'd like to
an
note
infinite array of
that one of
amusing
those
and
pictures
degrading
on that thing,
hairstyles.
he was bald,
Observe.
but you can't actually
This one
remove
doesn't
the hair
have a
from him
magnet.
because it's
And
painted
look,
into the
it's
background.
leaking iron shavings. This is what you get when you use shoddy Fat Island labor.
On second thought,
Say no more.
I noticed that you're remarkably free of the pox.
Nothing remarkable about it at all, Threepwood. Haven't you been paying attention? The pox only affects real, 100% honest to Blackbeard pirates. Now, I've been many things in this life. A salesman, real estate agent, a troubadour, stevedore, ralphador, and even a brief but memorable stint as an exotic dancer to pay my way through law school. But one thing I'm not and never will be is a pirate.
See?
Ah,
Stan's not a pirate.
no matter how many times I see it, I can't get over your jacket.
You like it? I just had it in for its annual re-stitching and de-rezzing.
See you in court, Stan.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
Every time I try to go into the damn bar, I get hooked up on the railings.
I wonder if Club 41's changed its restricted policies. Guess so. Ah, Club 41. Nothing screams pirate bar like the aroma of moldy grog sprinkled with just a hint of sea spray and shattered dreams.
I will double your quadrupled rate.
Keep your gold, Silk Pants. You can't afford me anymore.
But you must break Threepwood out of jail and bring him back to me. He is the only one who has the poxalicious strains that I need.
You're a little behind the times, Demange. I'm pox-free and fit as a fiddle. See?
Impossible.
Nothing's impossible when Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, is involved. And after I cure my wife and everyone else, I'll...
Wife?
Yeah. She was standing right next to me when LeChuck exploded, so the pox hit her pretty hard.
I want you to hunt down and capture this wife of Guybrush Threepwood.
Hey!
What part of non do you not comprendes?
But I need her! She's the only other pirate who could possibly have the Threepwood strain of the pox!
Then get her yourself.
My dear Mademoiselle Leflay, I don't get people. I hire people like you to get them for me. And if you won't get them, then maybe I'll find someone to get you.
I don't like to be threatened.
Oh! Oh, my phalange!
What the?
Oh! That was a very, very bad mistake, mademoiselle.
Well, it wouldn't be the first.
Jerk. Set me up with a line of Blood Island volcano shots.
Me pleasure. These come with our complimentary Club 41 insulated volcano shot glasses.
Guess who's been fucking around with science voodoo?
They can keep hot liquids hot for a week.
Impressive. Ooh, that's some hot grog on grog action. I'll just save this last one for later. Judge Grindstump?
Oh, please, no need to be so formal. In here, I'm just plain old W.P. Grindstump, owner and proprietor of Club 41.
He kind of looks like Shrek.
Aren't you a little upset that I'm running around free?
Heavens, no! What kind of pirate town would this be if we didn't condone the occasional jailbreak?
Why is
A
Shrek
remarkably
pissed?
progressive attitude.
Besides, it's not as though you can really escape the swinging sword of flotsam justice. What with these blasted winds blowing in again?
When he's in judge mode, he looks like he looks like the Gungan, and when he's in barkeep mode, he looks like Shrek.
So you're really the owner of Club 41?
Have been ever since I won it from the original owner in a dart tournament a few years back. Poor old guy never knew what hit him.
And by hit him you mean...
A dart! Right in the old noggin!
Well, this has been a little strange, but I've got a name to clear and a pox to cure.
Good luck with that.
Not that I'm complaining, but why'd you turn down DeSinge's contract to hunt down my wife?
I may be a backstabbing mercenary, but even I have some standards.
Sure, now you have standards. Shame they couldn't have shown up before you, cut off my hand or knocked me unconscious and dragged me back to Flotsam Island.
What can I say? I'm complicated.
You look uncharacteristically grim.
It's been one of those days.
I know what you mean. Betraying your childhood hero can really take it out of you.
Hey, that was just business.
Your business sucks more than the winds of Flotsam.
Sometimes.
I noticed that you're without pox.
I'm pox-free. Tested on a regular basis.
Well, do you know why?
Probably because I'm not really a pirate, since I'm a pirate hunter.
Gotta like a pox that respects minor semantical distinctions. Think you should know that I'm still really angry with you.
Would it help if I bought you a drink?
What, so you can poison me? I'll pass. What did DeSinge want with Elaine, anyway?
You heard the man. Something to do with your unique strain of pox. Guess he thinks your wife has it too.
Well, I can see you've got inner demons to wrestle with, so I'll just get on with my life.
Thanks. And watch out for DeSinge. That thing he did with his finger was unnatural.
Nothing like a little hot wax on a cold, flotsam night.
Not only is it just a simple narwhal, let's go look at the narwhal.
Ah, this must be the screaming narwhal that my ship is named after. Creepy.
It's the screaming narwhal.
Now that I've spent some time inside these docile Don Juans of the deep, I feel kind of queasy about seeing their heads mounted on a wall.
Ah!
What's that artistic abomination?
That be a painting of Flotsam Island's notorious jungle beast, painted by our own Hemlock McGee.
Hemlock? Really?
Aye, no one knows more about our legendary beastie than old Hemlock.
Oh, and if you thought the pirate's leg was saucy, here's something provocative. There you go.
there, uninformed man on the street.
What do you want?
I see you can make a glass leg, but tell me, can you make a glass eye?
I think the newspaper went out of business because he was a crazy
Not just
man.
any glass eyes. Genuine imitation eyes made from the crystal wreaths themselves.
Genuine imitation eyes?
That's right. They'll imitate the eye color of anyone they see. You just point them at someone's eyes, give them a few seconds to set, and shazam! All new eye color. When you got a color you like, just pop it in your eye socket, and it'll stay that way forever.
I'm intrigued and cautiously optimistic. How much?
Here, try out this defective one for free.
Defective?
Aye, it's a little nearsighted, so you'll have to get up real close to the subject to capture their eye color.
Thanks. I
Doc's
take
still
back
on fire.
all the nasty things I wrote in my diary about you. I'll see you in your, pectorals later.
Yeah, well, the three of us will be waiting.
I better get some of this before it cools. Warm.
2 pectoral muscles and himself. 3.
That's really, something.
Aye, isn't she a beauty? It's a prototype of my swashbuckling Susie long-lasting leg limp. That crystal on top will glow for days.
Don't you think it's a little tacky?
Nah, pirates love this kind of stuff.
I don't know how you're supposed to do this one without just clicking everything at random.
Whoops.
Hey! Arr. Now look what you did. Arr. You clumsy clam clipper! You ruined my prototype! Now I'll have to start all over. Arr.
So if it's messed up, can I have it?
Fine, take it. Just get out of me sight. Arr.
This ought to help me get a leg up in the trial.
Purple's corrector.
Icky. Hard to believe that nacho sauce could do that.
Wrong combo. I need the other color. Let me out of this screen. Don't want to be here anymore, thank you. There's a fence there.
Ooh. Sizzly. You know, if I was a little more scientifically inclined, I might be worried about the effects this stuff is having on any future generations of Three Twins.
There we go. That's a huge pain in the ass trial and error too. It was just like, I had to look up how to get the leg off of the dude because I didn't think to just throw the liquid glass on it, considering it looked the glass looked pink, so it was like, oh, that makes black apparently.
I've just got to get some of this incredible bacon grease.
And they give you 2 different reds.
There.
That's the thing
Now
that gives
my
you.
jacket and my pants smell like bacon.
Like, you get 2 different colors of red, which is kind of obnoxious.
Hey, look! A 5-headed bonobo!
I didn't see nothing.
Sorry, must have been a weather balloon.
He's spoon feeding his cat food, which I just put iron shavings into.
It's Jock, the electromagnetic monkey. Let's see if this'll work. Aha! Come on, let's get you out of here.
Now I've got a monkey in my pants. Feels like old times. An electromagnetic monkey. Probably.
Who goes there?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
I beat the. I got out of jail. Like, I've done the courtroom stuff. And that's about as far as I got. So, like a third.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
We're very quickly closing up onto as far as I've played.
Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Let's keep it moving, Captain Threepwood.
I'd like to recall Bosun Krebs to the stand.
Catherine Krebs.
Now remember, darling, you're still under oath.
Aye.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce this leg lamp into evidence as proof that Bosun Catherine Krebs is lying about her so-called nacho sauce burn.
This proves nothing!
Objection, Your Honor. The scars on this leg-shaped lamp may look like my client's, but who knows how they got there?
I'm glad you asked. So you see, Your Honor, Catherine's distinctive burns were not caused by Club 41's nacho sauce, but by an unlikely combination of scalding fluids found throughout Flotsam Island. Isn't that true, Bosun Krebs?
Answer the question, you she-devil!
It's true. After Guybrush knocked that platter of nachos onto my lap, I saw my chance for revenge and concocted this foolish scheme.
Revenge?
You still don't remember me? The woman whose ship you sunk? Who spent years languishing in prison for your crimes? The woman whose husband you humiliated in that creepy karaoke contest?
Nope. Sorry. Drawing a blank.
Arr!
Your Honor, I move that Bosun Catherine Krebs' charge be dropped.
Counselor?
I got nothing, Your Honor.
Very well. In the matter of Krebs versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam Island finds in favor of the defendant Guybrush Threepwood. Get off, you lot!
I think some of that is from Monkey Island 4, but I don't remember. It's been so long that I just don't even remember it. Because I don't think she's Captain Kate.
I'd like to call Joaquin Jacinto de Meara Alfonso de Oro to the stand.
Joaquin de Oro. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
See? Senor de Oro.
Captain Doro.
Yes, of course. Why are you here?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I was recently arrested for trying to sell a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave porcelain power pirate figurine. A counterfeit figurine crafted by Guybrush Threepwood.
Actually, that wasn't so surprising.
Your witness, Counselor.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
I called the wrong witness.
Your Honor, I'd like to approach the bench.
Denied! No one approaches my bench!
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
No. I've gone through all this. I just clicked the wrong client.
Return to court to defend my client.
Alrighty then. Let's find Judge Grindstump.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. I didn't know how to change witnesses.
The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Time is grog, Captain.
Your Honor, I'd like to call Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, to the stand.
Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm right here.
Oh, right. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
Ooh, what's this log made of? Calf leather? You just can't find craftsmanship like this these days. Oh, I do. Captain Threepwood, where were you on the night of August 15th? I was on a date with your wife. Why, you... You're dead, Threepwood!
I will have order in my court, or so help me, I will shove this gavel down your stinking windpipe!
Hold that crazy pose. Gotcha!
Right, where were we?
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
I want to see my lawyer.
Again?
He's not getting any smarter.
Yep.
Captain Doro,
Do you have it?
one nigh indestructible glass eye. Pox colored, just like all the cool pirates are wearing.
Achis, Topeka and Santa Fe!
Thanks, Parade.
Ay, 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 ay. My eye is really scary.
Now, according to Cryptigit, all you have to do to set it is pop it in your eye socket. Ooh,
How do I look?
dangerous.
I think you mean dangerously cool, eh?
Sure, whatever. Now, about your testimony.
No problem, mi amigo. Just call me back to the stand and ask me about this.
Your Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map? How'd you smuggle this into here?
In my, let's say, mouth.
Let's just say mouth.
Who go? Oh, it's you.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
Alrighty then. Let's find Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is...
Yes, yes, get on with it!
I'd like to recall Captain Doro to the stand.
Can someone pull D'Oro out of his cell?
The court would like to remind Captain Doro that he is still under oath.
See?
Captain Doro, what can you tell me about this map?
Objection!
Defense Exhibit 42, Your Honor. This is the map the witness used to find his Dark Ninja Dave Power Pirate.
I'll allow it.
But
Shut your eternally flapping mouth, you festering chumhole!
I didn't read that with the H the first time I saw it.
I purchased this map at eBay 6 months ago from a traveling salesman with a plaid jacket and waving arms. He said that it was an authentic Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map, but I have since learned that it was just as counterfeit as the Power Pirate it led me to.
And who was the dastardly swindler who sold you this map?
It was...
hey, would you look at that? I misfiled my Glorious Mundus. Your Honor, on behalf of the Porcelain Power Pirates Corporation, I'd like to ask that all charges pertaining to the unfortunate counterfeiting of the Dark Ninja Dave action figure be dropped against Captains Joaquin de Oro and Guybrush Threepwood.
Smart move, Counselor. In the matter of Porcelain Power Pirates versus de Oro versus Threepwood, etc., 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 this court finds in favor of the defendants.
Call this justice. Where's the hangings?
You want hangings? Just keep it up, you swabs!
I'd like to call Hemlock McGee to the stand.
Hemlock McGee!
What's that? Oh.
And do you swear on Blackbeard's...
Yeah. Listen, Pinky. I knew Blackbeard back when he was bloody Black Peach Fuzz. Just let me at him.
Ensign McGee, it's your contention that Captain Threepwood injured your cat.
Injured? He practically crushed him. Hit him right in the puss with a stuffed manatee, Eddie did.
And how is your cat today?
See for yourself. The poor dear is paralyzed with fear.
Random pirate judges.
Oh, my poor Miss Pretty Whiskers. Oh, my poor little
Pretty Whiskers?
You're a witness, kid.
Your Honor, pirates and assorted buccaneers, Hemlock McGee has asserted that it was I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, that brought about the horrible emotional scars that even now leave
They could
poor
be.
Miss Pretty Whiskers paralyzed with
I don't know.
But I put it to you that it was not your humble defendant who traumatized Hemlock's unfortunate feline, but a far more insidious assailant, and one who's in this very courtroom as I speak. J'accuse Jacques the Monkey.
What? Objection. There's no evidence of monkey play here.
No? Let's ask the victim.
Miss Pretty Whiskers!
Miss Pretty Whiskers is up and about and seeking revenge just like a good pirate cat should.
Totally just threw that monkey straight under the bus.
We'll get our revenge together.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Mr. Prosecutor!
Well, considering that my client and evidence just ran out the door, I guess old Stan's gonna have to drop this one.
Good idea. In the case of McGee and
The monkey
Pretty
just saved me
Whiskers
again.
versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam finds in favor of the defendant, Guybrush Threepwood.
Come on, Judge, get him with the pox.
Don't you make me send the bailiff up there. Let's see here. Cleared? Dropped? Yes. Congratulations, Captain Threepwood. It appears that you have successfully gotten yourself out from under your various civil charges.
Shiver me timbers, Stumpy. I guess I'll be going now.
Hold on, what's this? There appears to be a criminal charge on the other side of this blasted paper.
Huh? Assault with molten nacho cheese isn't criminal? What else is there?
The creation, incubation, dissemination, proliferation, and mastication of a pox or pox-like affliction. A Class 1 felonious act here on Flotsam.
Oh, gross.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
On what grounds?
I may have aided in its creation, incubation, dissemination, and proliferation, but mastication? That doesn't even make sense.
Are you suggesting that this court doesn't know the meaning of the words it uses?
No.
Good!
The pox isn't my fault. It's LeChuck's. It all started with the cursed.
Since somebody actually questioned mastication, I thought we would bring it up.
Something evil with monkeys, and I was all brrr. But then LeChuck broke my root beer bottle, and I had to substitute some of the voodoo lady's ingredients. And then LeChuck turned into a human, and all this voodoo went boom. And well, it's not my fault.
Your Honor, the defendant is hand-waving. And believe me, I know from hand-waving. But seriously, we all know that
Thank
the
you,
cloud
Mekion.
of pox vexing this fair island arrived soon after the defendant and his oozing appendage crept upon these shores.
Disgusting it was.
Then, after infecting everyone in sight, the pox cloud magically blew away at exactly the same moment that Guybrush sailed away, stealing Flotsam's only ship, I might add.
I won that ship, fair and square.
Now Threepwood has returned, and so has the Cloud of Pox. What a coincidence. And yet here he stands concocting fanciful stories of a human LeChuck, voodoo cutlasses, and a so-called rock of gelato.
Well, Threepwood, do you have any witnesses to your unlikely tale?
I do. She's... Wonder Bunny.
Avast, ye blubbering belugas! I'm sucking your port! Bring me all your spoils, swags, booty, and boodle!
Lane, less plunder, more bunny, please.
And you, me bonny lass, step into me captain's quarters and let me ravish you, silly.
Oh boy.
To finally hold you in me arms again, it makes me want to... What's this? The scent of betrayal? Who is this tawdry wench?
Nobody. No one.
She'll die by me rusty blade!
There goes my witness.
Then she must be summoned. Bailiff, serve the woman immediately.
Yes, sir.
You'd better be using the voodoo summons. That saucy sea hag doesn't look like she be respecting the customs of pirate law.
Aye, aye, sir.
But first, pull the defendant's pox-spreading keister back to the brig.
All right, you. Stay put until I summon your ball and chain.
I wouldn't call her that. She
Ow!
might... Oof. Take exception. What happened to you?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Oh, I went to Club 41 to hand this summons to your better half, and she backhanded me right out of the bar. Ugh.
Ouch.
If you want that banshee on the stand, you're gonna have to serve her yourself.
Fun times at the pirate ranch.
Oh, I'm gonna go see if the local doctor can fix me jawbone.
What the... Oh, ladies' night.
Guybrush, your wife has lost her mind.
And you're about to lose a limb, you sea cow!
Elaine, sugar cakes, let's stop fighting and work this out over a nice cold light grog.
It's her head or yours, bilge boy!
Or you two can just figure out this little misunderstanding on your own. I'll be over here appreciating my head's ability to stay attached to my neck. A recipe for something called a Fat Island Fuzzy Nostril.
Don't talk to them. You need to talk to the guy that's cowering behind them.
Yikes!
Get out of the way, you blithering hunk of man meat!
I won't be able to get any closer to the dartboard with those hell kittens in the way. Morgan! What do you think you're doing?
Don't ask me. Ask your crazy wife.
I'm gonna run you through, you high seas hussy!
Okay, I'm gonna go think of something clever. Try not to kill each other while I'm away.
Yeah!
WP?
I can't talk now, Captain. I've got to protect my bottles from these banshees.
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
You're not upset about the trial, are you?
Why would I possibly be upset by the fact that I hideously disfigured myself in a quest for long-delayed vengeance, only to have it cruelly snatched away at the last moment?
About your quest for vengeance? I'm afraid I still don't remember you.
You don't remember? How could you forget how you sank me marlin hunting ship off the coast of Snark Island? Or the time you framed me for mopery on Wurtling Shores?
Unless I've taken too many blows to the head, I'm pretty sure I've never been to any of those places or done any of those things.
Well, you may not remember Bosun Catherine C. Krebs, but you can be sure that there'll always be a black mark next to the name of Guybrush Q. Threepwood.
Wait, did you say Guybrush Q. Threepwood?
Aye, and a fouler name never escaped me lips.
But it's the wrong name. I'm Guybrush U. Threepwood.
What?
Yeah, your vendetta must be with the other Guybrush Threepwood. I should have realized. You know, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. I keep getting his mail, too.
I have that happen at work. There's a guy at work with my same name, just a different middle name. I get messages in mail for him all the time.
You're not still upset about the whole hideously scarring your leg in a bid to seek unholy vengeance against the wrong target thing, are you? Tell me, did it hurt?
Did what hurt?
When you fell out of pirate heaven?
No, but this will.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Right.
Just what I always wanted. An ant-infested sack of sugar.
Sorry, I can't do that yet either.
Would you mind steering clear of the dartboard? Now that I've found me darts, I need to practice before tomorrow night's tournament.
Can you make one of these Fat Island fuzzy nostrils?
Aye, aye, Captain.
While you're making that, I'll just...
Order up! One Fat Island fuzzy nostril, heavy on the fuzz.
That was absurdly fast.
Arr! Libations!
Ah, gimme.
Ew, what was that? Hey, what's this piece of paper stuck? It's a recipe for a drink called a Tri-Island Tuna Colada. Looks complicated. Hey, Krebs.
I would assume the pox does terrible things to your intestines.
What you gonna do with all that gold?
All what gold?
All that gold inside my chest.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Arr! Right.
I kind of like that line. It's terrible, but I love it.
Can you make one of these?
A Tri-Island tuna
He was
colada?
referencing her breasts.
That takes
Yeah,
me back.
Championship's got it.
I haven't made one of these since I was a bosun under Captain Bo.
But can you make one? I'm really in the mood.
Aye, but it'll take some doing to scrounge up the ingredients.
Take your time. I'll just put this here for safekeeping.
Done! One Tri-Island tuna colada. Now I can get back to me darts.
Arr! Libations!
Ah, gimme.
Okay, this is really flattering, but let's calm down and talk this out like adults.
I'll be calm when the flay's been filleted like a fish.
Elaine! fine. Tucklebear. Morgan's all bark and no bite.
You want bite? You got it! And I'll throw in the bark for free!
Good for nothing words getting in the way of my killing.
Honey, you are formally summoned to appear before the court of Judge Grindstump in the case of the people of Flotsam versus Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. TM.
Phew. Now I know who wears the daddy pants in the relationship.
You stay away from my boy's pants, or I'll hang you from my Jolly Roger, you Jezebel! And you, don't think you can totter around with some tart and not get a fistful of what?
She's a catch.
And conveniently not a rotten double-crosser.
I told you I had a job to do.
Sure, just doing your job. Tell me, aside from all the silver, how are the benefits?
Guybrush.
Do you get health care for the repetitive stress injuries caused by all the backstabbing and cutting off people's hands?
I said I was sorry.
Sorry? I can't pick my left nostril without risking a lobotomy.
What if
What if nothing? Goodbye, Morgan. I've got a wife to cure and an island to save. Mrs. Threepwood. Honey, why don't you please tell everyone how I've been trying to find a cure for the pox?
Don't you honey me, you two-timing cannon scrubber. I bet all this talk of looking for La Esponja Grande was all plot to spend time canoodling with your little privateering she-slag.
La Esponja Grande, yes, it's right over there, see?
Sure it is.
Please tell the court how this horrible pox is all LeChuck's fault.
LeChuck, that stick in the mud wouldn't know a good pox if it kicked him in the fundament. Heck, there wouldn't even be a pox if you'd gone through with the voodoo lady's recipe properly. But no, you had to wave that root beer bottle around like some sort of conquering hero. Oh, look at me! I be Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate! Next thing I know, you're trying to replace root beer with root grog and bam! Pox all over the place. Not that I'm complaining, mind ya.
Okay. I'd like a second to think about my next move, Your Honor.
Make it fast! Your character witness is oozing all over my courtroom!
Honey, look! They confiscated your ring!
You let someone take it from you? Didn't I tell you never to let it out of your sight?
Yeah, but...
But me no buts, love of mine.
Your Honor, Buccaneers of Flotsam, you all believe that I, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate, have brought this horrible pox to your shores.
Off with it!
Run him off the plank!
Jungle Beast!
What if I were to tell you that I could tame this unruly witness, prove my good intentions, and begin the process of curing you all of this hideous voodoo pox, all in one fell swoop?
I don't know. Maybe.
Jungle Beast!
Your Honor, I object. Defense is grasping at sponge-shaped straws here.
Denied! But get on with it, Captain. The hangman gets overtime if we keep him up after midnight.
With pleasure, Your Honor. Wenches and pirates, I give you Exhibit S, the wonder of La Esponja Grande.
I thought it'd be bigger.
Now behold, as a simple exfoliating motion of La Esponja Grande washes away the pox, restoring my wife to her usual, mostly pleasant demeanor.
Arr!
Sugar cakes?
Off with it, head! Get that piece of seaweed off me, you deep-sea doily diver!
Does the defense have any other pointless arguments it would like to make?
This is sort of all I got.
Then, by the power vested in me by the put-upon pirates of Flotsam Island, I summarily sentence you to be hanged by your pox-spreading neck until you are... Right there.
What? Woof.
What is the meaning of this?
My name is LeChuck, and I can tell you exactly what Guybrush did.
LeChuck? I thought he was a ghost.
I heard he was a zombie.
Don't listen to him.
You see, Your Honor, the pox is all my fault.
Listen to him.
For decades, I dabbled in the dark forces of voodoo, clamoring for power. I hungered for it. I yearned for it. I pillaged, plundered, and killed for it.
I can attest to all of this.
And it was my accumulated voodoo that infected you all. Dark, evil voodoo that was explosively released when I was once again defeated by the perpetually heroic Guybrush Threepwood.
He's not kidding. I've killed him like 5 times.
So you see, Guybrush Threepwood is not the source of this pox. I am. And I hereby throw myself upon the mercy of this court, or lack thereof.
Off with your head!
But wait, there's more. It turns out I had an unknown silent power urging me down those darkened voodoo corridors. A power far more insidious than I could ever hope to be. I submit to the court this journal, property of Quiet up there! The Voodoo Lady.
Ooh, that creepy lady who lives in the shack?
What the what?
In these pages, you will find detailed plans laid out by the Voodoo Lady over the course of many years to manipulate my never-ending rise to power. My hunger for voodoo, my seemingly endless cycle of ironically comical death and disturbing resurrection. My obsession with the darling Elaine. It's all because of her.
Off with her head!
Lead him to the jungle beast!
It can't be true. Can it?
Order! Order! I hereby call for the release of Guybrush Threepwood and the immediate imprisonment of LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady! To the brig with both of them!
I bet it up to me eye patch with all this land-loving lollygagging. I'm off to plunder me some treasure.
Don't worry about me, my friend. Go cure your wife.
Now we're as far as I've played so
Finally
far.
free, but now my pox-crazed wife is nowhere to be found. A mad scientist is hunting her for who knows what reason, and the legendary voodoo sponge that was supposed to cure her has turned out to be useless. Under normal circumstances, I'd ask the voodoo lady for help, but she's sitting in the jail cell next to my archenemy, who may or may not be my best friend, after it's been revealed that she has been the secret power behind most of my travails over most of my life as a pirate. Maybe I should have been a beekeeper like my Uncle Sid.
I'm gonna go get a bowl of ice cream. I'll be right back. I have ice cream.
Hey, you!
Hello, Treepwood.
You sent me on a wild albatross chase for La Esponja Grande and promised me it would cure the pox. But after fending off sexually ambiguous merpeople, a giant manatee, and your crazy ex-boyfriend, what do I get for my trouble? This sorry excuse for a kitchen sponge.
La Esponja.
Ah, I noticed you strategically left out the Grande from this worthless piece of junk. Once it cured my piddly left,
I have cookies and cream
it
ice
didn't
cream.
have enough mojo left to cure Elaine.
It's not worthless. It is merely young. It must be brought to maturity in order to reach its voodoo-absorbing potential.
Brought to maturity? How am I supposed to do that? Give it a talk about the sponge birds and sponge bees?
Like all infants, La Esponja needs nourishment. It must be fed 6 special voodoo courses to bring it to adult size.
What sort of meal is that?
A feast for the senses. The menu, Treepwood. Take it, and serve the sponge a meal unlike any other.
And then?
It will grow.
Because I don't trust
There's
LeChuck.
a map of the flotsam jungle on the cover. No more listening to bees and birds and boars for this mighty pirate.
Remember in episode 3 when he was talking to that monkey? Something's still going on with him. I don't know. He was, or I guess maybe it was episode 2. It was episode 2 when he was on the cliff right next to the turtle-like object. When we walk up, he said something to a monkey about the clam still being open. I don't know if that'll actually come up or not, but I don't trust him. I don't trust her either, but you never should trust her. She's a voodoo shaman. What I do trust is we have to figure out how to get El Sponjo Grande big so it'll fucking do things. Sorry, I was eating.
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket. La Esponja Grande won't work on anyone until it's been fed its feast for the senses.
I want you to look at his cloth.
Well, that's odd. It's like a whole new map now.
Well, that's a thing. I've done something. Yeah, that's the real map of the jungle. Need to figure out, put a napkin that's a site. Garish cloth that's grotesquely
I better
bright.
fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
And a bright cloth.
Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned. Spongia Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo. Like the pox.
Yeah. If I can get a napkin. Their napkins are weird looking.
Hey, WP.
Captain Threepwood, what can I do you for?
Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
Brilliant! Will you be paying with doubloons, triploons, coupons, or flat seaming fur shafts?
Actually, I'm a little light right now.
Oh, no problem. I'll start up a tab.
Will? That's so unlike, well, every place I've ever been in my life.
Well, it's not like you're going to skip town on me, am I right?
One grog. Neat.
Coming right up.
Bracing. Are you pirate enough to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge? Fugu Jalokia. Seems pretty harmless.
I did fold the new map. It doesn't really do anything. Well, yeah, this map will show me how to get to the jungle.
Ouch! What was that? Something sure shoved a short sword up his aft sail.
I would assume Elaine's up there kicking people's asses. Okay, I'm in the jungle.
18, 19, 20, and X marks the... When I get me hands on that plaid-coated scallywag, I'm gonna rip off his waving arms and beat him to a briny pulp with them. What are you looking at?
The secret to eternal life.
Le spectre de Grand César!
Doesn't look like Elaine's in any immediate danger. Hopefully she won't commit any unforgivable atrocities before I finish enlarging my pox-curing sponge.
Yeah, we're in a different spot. I've never been here before. There's a well on this thing. That way.
weird. The trail didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
Now that I know a little bit more about the Vacalians, it appears that we're nearing the end of the Year of the Fish, and approaching the dawn of the Year of the Slightly Bigger Fish.
Yeah, but it looks like that works pretty well. I have not yet, no. I don't know if I can actually get there normally. Yeah, it connects to red, weirdly. I wonder if I can get... got an idea.
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
Don't fucking put it in your pocket. Need to... go to red. I'm in jungle entrance. Where the hell am I? Okay, I'm here. North, left, left, left. Okay. Might need a leg lamp at some point.
That's weird. This whole idol is under one of Crimp Digit's unbreakable glass bottles.
Where am I now? Purple. I need to go south to green.
I wonder who put this idol under glass, and why?
South to green, north to red.
The mysterious chest of foreshadowing from the Voodoo Lady's shack. Who knows what sort of useful voodoo bric-a-brac lurk in its locked timbers? Even more importantly, how am I going to unlock it to find out? Let's see, what do I have now that I didn't have the last time I tried to open this chest? Ow! Stupid hook! Oh, it can't be that easy.
It's always that easy.
Tarot cards? That's it? I bent the fabric of reality for a stupid fortune teller's trick? Okay, that's a pretty good trick. I think I need to do the first 3 courses of the feast before tackling the main course. Looks like there's a few cards missing, but I'm sure there's enough precognitive mojo in these babies to count as a Sixth Sense course.
Okay, well, we've got that. Look at it. And open everything and try to figure out where I need to go next. What a skull is. Oh, okay. Get to green. That works? Okay. Where the hell am I? Go over one. What's over there? Yeah, that happens. Well, that's you. Okay. What the hell's the... What's the next one over? They talked about putting meat out on that. I wonder if they actually have.
Nice to see that nothing's altered the altar while I've been away.
I don't really know where I'm going to next, other than like I was gonna go check the Voodoo Lady's place.
What in the name of Bluebeard's hair dye?
Hey, no poaching. I have called dibs.
I think I may be lost. Shouldn't there be a creepy voodoo shack right about there?
There was, until they came to arrest that pox-spreading voodoo lady.
What happened?
First came the flames. Poor Senor Nipperkin went up like St. Elmo's fire. Then she emerged from the conflagration, mumbling ancient curses with every regal step. I never forget the baleful stare she fixed me with as she was left away. A look condemning me to a lifetime of suffering, shame, and regret.
Spooky.
And if that wasn't bad enough, I haven't found one bit of cool voodoo stuff in the wreckage. Come on!
Mob justice can be so unfair. What a shame. That rug really tied the shack together. Even when it's burned to the ground, the Voodoo Lady's shack is still creepy. Looks like the light of the shack's embers has attracted a swarm of jungle moths. That probably explains what happened to the Voodoo Lady's rug. Whoa! Uh-oh. Looks like these finicky moths won't eat a jacket that's encrusted with bacon grease, fish water, and manatee guts. Lucky me.
Yep, now I've got some moths. I'm gonna go mess up Stan's jacket with some moths. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I need to get a piece of his jacket into my backpack, into my pants. Adventure game logic.
Alright, little fellas, check out these high-def duds. Well, that's just great. The lamp's dead. Well, At least Stan's sign is keeping the moths from returning to the jungle. Stan!
Threepwood! No hard feelings over all those various civil and criminal charges?
Water under the bridge.
Great.
A bridge with a fast-talking shyster/salesman dangling from it.
If you see something new about a table, it's probably important.
What kind of souvenirs could you possibly be making out of the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck?
Oh, ye of little faith. Feast your eyes on the all-new People vs. LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady collection.
What's that one?
That's our cursed cutlass of Cthulhu LeChuck doll. Press the button for its special transforming glow.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks. Hey now, what's this? A fuzzy flying fan club? Ah! Hey, knock it off, you nutty nibblers! That hurts! Sweet fancy Moses! Ow! 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 Ouch! Well, that was one heck of an experience, eh, Threepwood? It's a good thing old Stan always keeps a few spare jackets in the back office, or I'd be defending my clients in the Altogether. Say, that's not a bad idea. Stan S. Stanman, naked attorney at law. You've got nothing to hide, and neither does he. No time to chat, Threepwood. I've got business cards to print.
Sweet. You know, when I dreamed of becoming a mighty pirate, I never imagined that one day I'd be tying eye-popping napkins around the non-existent necks of mystical sponges.
Really weak.
That lamp is leaking oil.
Not just any oil, manatee oil.
Oh, that's not right.
It took all my cups.
How about some more of those volcano shots?
Sorry, one per customer.
Yeah, there's that challenge I'll probably need to do at some
WP.
point.
Tell me about this Fugu Jalokia challenge.
Ah, a connoisseur of peculiar culinary delights, are we?
Because that'll probably taste.
yes.
Then you surely have heard of the Fugu Jalokia, the hottest pepper in this world or the next.
Oh, that Fugu Jalokia.
I acquired that specimen of the Fugu pepper many years ago from a three-legged bandit named Ort, winning it from him when I was able to place me tongue on the pepper for 10 entire seconds.
How eccentric.
Since that tongue-destroying day, I vowed to pass on the pepper to the first pirate who can successfully put his tongue on the Fugu Jalokia for 11 seconds.
Okay, Pepper, prepare to meet your master. Okay, mental note. The Fugu Jalokia is hot to the touch, too. Nah,
probably need something else. We've got a hook. Yeah.
Hey, WP. I'd like to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge.
I thought you looked like a man of gastronomic adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a challenger.
I've already used the wax for something, and I'm out of stuff to hold it. So I'm guessing this isn't the same
Whenever
trick.
you're ready, lad.
Ah, now that's using your mighty pirate brain, Threepwood. Ouch.
Oh, I need a way to get rid of heat.
Ouch!
That's got to be a thing as well. Don't know. Probably the monkey. Well, that'll probably come up as well. Go see what's in here.
What the? Morgan! What happened?
Went to get your hand.
You didn't have to do that.
Had to pay you back for all the trouble. Found Jacques. He told me.
What?
He told me.
What? What did the monkey tell you? Singe. It's broken. This must have been broken in the fight between Morgan and DeSinge. I hope the Vole escaped. It looks like DeSinge is using my hand to make something called the Jus de Vie. The Vacalian wind control device? What is that creep doing with it now? Did DeSinge murder you too? It's locked. Oh no. This is where the Marquis keeps all the severed limbs of the pirates he's operated on. Hey, you never know when a sack of severed legs is gonna come in handy. Or footy, as the case may be. Sorry.
Yep, you can just unlock anything.
Vampiridae flotzimus sucrosus, the flotsam jungle firefly, are a common sight in flotsam's jungles, which they never leave. Although possessing no natural enemies, the flotzimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar water.
Nope, I've got sugar. I'll need to make sugar water at some point. I actually know something, but I'll come over here and talk, because I know him from my previous playthrough up to this point, or up to the previous point, because I talked about him before.
I hear you may know something about Flotsam's so-called jungle beast.
None have seen the jungle beast, but 'tis the scariest, foul-smellingest thing you ever didn't see. A dark jungle god that walks the land only by dead of night.
Dark jungle god?
Aye, 'twas said to live within the stomach of the god of death, feasting upon corpses, until one day death ate some bad shellfish and out-chucked the jungle beast into existence.
But if you haven't seen it, how do you know it exists?
Because it eats. To appease the beast, we've left many a fleshy sacrifice on the jungle altar. By morning, the meat disappears from the altar without a trace.
Disappearing meat. Yep, jungle god's the only explanation. See ya.
I already knew about that, but I have an idea, because you walk into that one pirate that talks about how they need to track the beast but can't. And we've been told about fireflies. Where am I right now? Okay. I want it in standard mode. Have an idea.
Jungle fireflies, nature's little spotlights. The fireflies are attracted to the sugar water on the leg. Fascinating. And just a little nauseating.
Damn it. There we go.
I don't know about mythical jungle beasts, but I always prefer my ritual sacrifices to be slathered in sugar water. Uh-oh.
At last, I've lost that she-devil.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Serves him right, though. Still, I'd better finish feeding the sponge before Elaine hurts someone I actually care about.
I was kind of hoping she was just going to run him through.
The mighty pirate hunter tracks his prey via his distinctive firefly-attracting spoor. That's the legendary jungle beast of Flotsam Island? That poor little flesh-eating stink bomb looks like he's in a world of pain. Oh, look at that. The poor hideous flesh-eating plant is a smelly, rotting lion's paw caught in its teeth. Thorns. Hold still, little buddy. I'll get that nasty old hunk of meat out from you. Yikes! I haven't got it in me to kill this miserable
want you to hook the
flesh-rending
meat.
plant creature thing.
Hook the lion's paw stuck in his thorns.
Come on, plant. Fork over that paw. I'll never get my hands on that super stinky paw while that mouth is snapping at me. What the? It's empty.
How is it empty?
That doesn't need to be illuminated. Here, boy. Ooh, that looks uncomfortable. But at least he's not snapping at me anymore. Don't worry, you freakish little abomination. Dr. Guybrush will make it all better. Gotcha! Phew! That is by far the foulest thing I've ever smelled in all my years of pirating. And that's coming from a guy who's just spent a few days inside a giant manatee. Come on, little sponge. Eat the nice smelly antipasta. That's a good sponge.
Taste.
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
Fourth one, sixth then. A shocking touch. And a belch.
Hey, WP. I've been wondering, why is this place called Club 41 anyway?
You know, I don't rightly know. The last owner never got a chance to tell me before he succumbed to his dart-related injuries.
I told you I was innocent.
Well, bully for you! Meanwhile, we're still all poxed, there's a creepy voodoo priestess in my jail, and your wife's still threatening to sack our town. Truly, these are the best of times.
Looks like ladies' night has finally come to an end.
I'm thinking about canceling it in favor of something a wee bit safer. Like Ultimate Mumbly Pig Night or Amateur Tattoo Night.
Morgan Le Flay's been murdered by the Marquis de Singe!
Oh my, that is troubling. She was well on her way to becoming one of me best customers.
Aren't you gonna do something?
Oh, I'm sorry, lad, but I preside over a pirate court, meting out justice exclusively for pirate-on-pirate crimes. This sounds like a case of mad scientist on privateer violence. Totally out of my jurisdiction, you see. I think there may be a court in the lower mandibles that handles such affairs, along with ninja and clown crimes, but they only convene every second Thursday. Ah! Ouch!
It just gets me in. Okay. No, turn around.
Hey, you! Again!
Hello, Treepwood.
About this feast for the senses?
What would you like to know?
Can you tell me about the palate cleanser?
Before the main course, the palate must be scalded clean by a powerful taste.
Ooh, like grog?
No, not at all like grog.
What about the dessert? This is one hungry sponge.
Ah, what is your favorite thing about dessert, Guybrush?
Running out before the check arrives?
No, it is the pleasurable shock of something different.
Ah. It says the feast for the senses ends with a bellowing belch.
Do not worry about this. If you provide La Esponja the first 5 courses, the location of the final course will undoubtedly reveal itself.
Yeah, the palate cleanser is the
My
pepper.
favorite type of responsibility.
It's just finding a
One
way
that
to
takes care of itself.
trick a way into the pepper.
Alright, enough about the feast for now. Try not to get executed before I cure Elaine.
As you wish.
I'm gonna go see if I can find Grog in the professor's office. Because maybe I can numb my tongue using Grog or something.
What the... What happened to Morgan's body?
There's the thing.
Auto trepanation helmet. Ow! Ah! I'm blind! Ew. This must have been broken in the fight between Morgan and DeSinge. I hope the Vole escaped. Ow! Whoa! Help? Ow! What? My thumb!
That'll work. Look at me, I'm just like Miley Cyrus. Oh, I'm topical. I'm as topical as Monkey Island Tales.
Captain Threepwood, what can I do you for?
I'm always twerking.
What's that? You want to take the Fugu Jolokia challenge? Why didn't you say so? Have at it, Captain. Well, bust my balustrades. Well, Well done, Captain Threepwood! You've conquered the Fugu Jalokia and have won the right to keep it as your own.
A clean living and a healthy I probably got permanent glossal damage, but it was totally worth it to get my hook on that pepper.
No. Go in the slot.
Good thing the sponge doesn't have a tongue, or I'd be dunking it in the ocean right about now. Hopefully these flakes of the future will give La Esponja a sixth sense that'll help keep me from getting into situations like this. Just looking at that thing makes my tongue burn. Ouch! They decided to put the rug inside after it was clean. Whoa. La Esponja Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo, like the pox.
Oh, I'm static charged.
Ooh.
Or, you know, I guess that'll happen.
Ooh, tingly. Oh, hey, what's this? Ah, so that was the shocking dessert.
I realized with the rug, because it had been cleaned, I bet it was static. Which makes sense.
Ouch! Alright, Senor Esponja Not So Grande. That's 5 senses down and 1 to go. Now, where can I find a really big sound for an after-dinner belch?
Sound was pretty self-explanatory.
There's only one thing on Flotsam Island that can make a noise like that.
Immortalité. Où est les forêts pour moi? Où est qu'on connecte moi? I will forever. Immortalité.
Face me like a man, you snuff-sniffing land-licker!
You heard the lady Desinge.
Guybrush, get out of here and find your own treasure! This one's mine!
Ah, the happy Threepwood pirate clan. Whatever shall I do now? Oh, I know.
Oh, clam dip.
I can't believe I ever married a dullard like you.
You know, once I cure you of the pox that's making you say all these mean things, you're gonna owe me a lot of smoochies.
I wouldn't smooch you with his lips, cabin boy.
I hate to break up this portrait of domestic bliss, but I've got some last-minute adjustments to make to my machinery before preparing the charming Madame Threepwood for her journey into scientific history.
Don't worry, Buttercup. Once I get La Esponja Grande into that noisy doohickey, our troubles will be over.
Yes. Well, please try to keep it down, no?
At least I hope so. La Esponja Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo.
Oh, the pirate parrot's up there.
can't believe that stupid parrot somehow found its way back into my life.
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, Whitey Pirate.
Oh, I can't get mad at you.
It's a happy reunion for everyone.
What's this? An airborne peripheral?
Hey, give that back.
And risk tainting my moment of triumph with your tedious voodoo falderal? I don't think so.
Moment of triumph?
Oui, using my Arpsichronoton, I have discovered the unique harmonic frequency that allows me to pulverize matter into a fine powder and spread it across the seas. Observe!
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
I have a feeling you're all about to be very sad.
First of all, thanks. That thing was really starting to scrape my scab. Second, you're crazy if you think you're gonna get me in there. Okay, crazier.
You? I don't want
I love how they keep giving it to you, and then just taking it away.
Smear across the seas.
I'd like to see you try, you wuss.
Why her?
Because of her pox, you dolt! She's got the same unique strain of the pox that you once had. The same one that was flowing through your amazing hand. The same one that I've distilled into my amazing jus de vie!
Lefty!
Unfortunately, a single hand can only provide enough of this Threepwood strain to produce a few meager drams of my jus de vie. Even if I were to drain your beloved to the bone, I would only gain a few piddling firkins of the juice.
Give you some piddling firkins?
No. If I want a perpetual strain of the jus de vie, every pirate in the world must be exposed to the Threepwood strain. Now, Madame Threepwood, if you'll hold still for a moment, I'll try to make this as painless as possible.
How nice. But I won't.
Behold the power of the jus de vie!
Oh, what the heck. Sweet.
Ah, shiny.
I wonder why they're called fireflies anymore. It's not like they're on fire. Somehow DeSinge has figured out how to make the Vacalian wind device pulverize people into a fine powder. That's just plain weird. Hey, Boo!
What? No. What in the world? Oh, shoot!
DeSinge is gonna use that contraption to pulverize my sweet patootie. That doesn't need to be illuminated. That doesn't need to be illuminated. That doesn't need to be illuminated. I wonder why they're called fireflies anyway. It's not like they're on fire. Nope. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think the ring's gonna do anything.
Hey, the monkey!
What?
You'll never get past my wife's sword, you know. I once saw her hold off a horde of angry Rotarians with nothing more than a penknife and a feather duster.
Impressive. But unless they were invulnerable Rotarians fueled by my incredible jus de vie, there's really no comparison. Soon she will tire, and her box will be mine to spread across the four corners of the earth.
I'll spread you to the four corners.
What now? My tailbag! me, you nasty little pests!
No! What's the matter with him?
Without my hand to supply him with more jus de vie, all those wounds you've been inflicting is starting to catch up with him.
Ugh. Get back here, you naughty little hand! I have you now, my pretty.
Nice one, Hand. Care to help me with these locks? I guess that was a little too much to ask. At least I've got the sponge back, though. Well, that was a little anticlimactic. Whoa! Now that's an Esponja Grande! But how will I use it to cure... Oh, right, the wind!
Yeah, that was me just sort of clicking on things at that point. I didn't quite expect it to, like, just be that easy.
Guybrush?
Elaine, are you all right?
I think so. But how did I get here, and why does my mouth taste like coleslaw?
It's a long story. I'll tell you all about it once we figure out how to get out of these stupid clamshells.
Leave everything to me, my friends.
LeChuck, my new best pal. How'd you get out of jail?
Oh, the guard was more than happy to release me once I convinced him that it was the only way to win Elaine's hand in unholy matrimony.
Wait, unholy what?
Unholy bitch!
Guybrush!
Elaine?
Yep, saw it coming.
Guybrush!
Chuck! This name shouting is jolly good fun.
Is that you, Mother? I washed my hands.
Knew it all along. With or without all that voodoo, you're still nothing but an evil sack of scum.
Correction, my sweet. I'm an evil sack of scum who's about to plunder the grandest treasure in all creation. But I'd be willing to share my booty if you catch me drift.
What?
Oh, come now, my love. You can't deny what we've shared these past few weeks. The chummy camaraderie, the kind words, the stolen glances. I know you've developed feelings for me. Join me as my demon bride, and together we'll lay a bloody siege to the very heart of voodoo itself.
Go to hell, LeChuck.
Well, you can't say I didn't try. Looks like we'll be doing this with all that voodoo.
Elaine? Do me a favor.
Ah, that be the stuff.
Anything.
Kick his two-faced butt for me.
From Melee to Monkey and all the islands in between, my love.
Aren't you dead yet? I've got wedding plans to make. Out of respect for the newly deceased, I feel I should point out that you wave your sword like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a pox-infected undead cow.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. Morgan's not dead.